Hello everyone and welcome to the session 2 of Unit 6 Unconventional Machining for the course Machine Tool Technology. Myself Mohammad Imran. So in the today's session we are discussing all about ultrasonic machining. So in the last class we have discussed the introduction to non-conventional machining process, which involves the removal of material by means of some form of energy which is other than the direct physical contact between the tool and the workpiece. In case of unconventional machining process, uh, the material is removed from the workpiece by means of some form of energy, that may be mechanical energy, thermal or chemical energy. So there is no physical contact, direct physical contact between tool and the workpiece for the removal of material from the workpiece. So in the today's session we are discussing about ultrasonic machining. So ultrasonic machining, in short form, it is known as USM. So ultrasonic means it is a sound waves. So ultrasonic means it is a sound waves with a high frequency greater than 20 kilohertz. So the sound waves with a high frequency greater than 20 kilohertz is known as ultrasonic. So which is inaudible to human ear. So this high frequency ultrasonic sound waves are inaudible to human ear, because the human ear can audible up to uh, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So greater than 20 kilohertz the human ear cannot be audible it. So the device known as ultrasonic transducer, you can see here in the figure, this is a transducer. A special transducer known as ultrasonic transducer is used to produce the ultrasonic waves with a high frequency, which converts electrical energy into mechanical vibration by means of piezoelectric effect. So the piezoelectric effect is the form of energy is used in ultrasonic machining. So you can see the principle of operation of the ultrasonic machining. So a tool is vibrated in a direction normal to the workpiece. You can see this is the tool. So this tool vibrates in a direction normal, that means perpendicular to the workpiece, with a frequency greater than 20 kilohertz in a direction perpendicular to the tool. Uh, the tool is the fine abrasive particle. So you can see this abrasive particle. The fine abrasive particle in the form of slurry will be passed through the gap between tool and the workpiece. As we know that there is no direct contact between tool and workpiece in case of non-conventional machining. So there is a small gap of 0.0 to 0.1 mm, very small gap, which is maintained between tool and the workpiece. So between this gap, an abrasive slurry in the form of water and some abrasive particles is passed between the gap of tool and the workpiece. That will form the that will cause hammering action. So when this tool come between the when the these abrasive particles comes between tool and the workpiece, there is a hammering action that will causes this abrasive particle to remove the material from this workpiece. Because of the hammering action, this tool will produce hammering action on this abrasive particle, and the abrasive particle will remove the material from the workpiece in a very small amount. So the high speed vibration of the tool drives the abrasive grain below it. So high vibration of this tool, because of with high frequency and less amplitude, it will cause high hammering action. Cause the hammering action. This impact of abrasive causes the impact of this abrasive particle on the workpiece causes the removal of metal from the surface of the workpiece. The principal operation of this ultrasonic machining is very simple. So the tool is vibrated because of the piezoelectric effect, so which is discussed earlier. The piezoelectric transformer is used for producing this vibration, ultrasonic frequency. So as a result of this, the tool vibrates in a direction normal to the workpiece. So there is a gap of 0.0 to 0.1 mm is maintained between workpiece and the tool. So between this gap, an abrasive particle, an abrasive slurry with a water and abrasive particles are passed between the gap of this tool and the workpiece. So as the tool vibrates, there is a extreme high hammering action takes place on the abrasive particle. So because of this impact of the abrasive particles on the workpiece, the material is removed from the workpiece in a very less amount. So this is the principal operation of ultrasonic machining. Now the working of ultrasonic machining. During the operation, the tool tip, so this is the tool tip here, this is the tool tip. During the operation, the tool tip is vibrated at a high frequency ranging from 60 to 25 kilohertz with the amplitude of 0.01 to 0.06. The amplitude means the gap, that not the gap between tool and the workpiece, but the range of the tool which is moving vertically. That gap is varies from 0.01 to 0.06 mm with the help of a transducer and electronic oscillator. The amplitude of vibration of the ultrasonic transducer is not sufficient to uh, cause the cutting action. So when this electronic transducer, ultrasonic transducer produces the vibration, produces the ultrasonic frequency which is not sufficient for cutting action, but this uh, vibration is converted into, it's magnified to a high frequency by means of a cone shaped tool holder. So you can see this is a cone shaped tool holder that will magnifies the vibration of this transducer produced by this electromechanical transducer, that will magnifies, that means it will increase by a tool holder which is cone shaped. So the tool holder is also reduced in dimension, so that will also increases the frequency of vibration. So that will causes the, which magnifies the vibration to larger amplitudes to the desired required at the tool tip. So whatever the desired amplitude is required for cutting action, that will be converted by this tool holder which is cone shaped. So as discussed, this electromechanical transducer produces high frequency, but this high frequency vibration is not sufficient to not sufficient for cutting action. So this and cone shaped tool holder is used for magnifying this vibration to a desired requirement at the tool tip. So an abrasive slurry which is maintained between the gap of tool and the workpiece is continuously supplied by means of a circulating pump. You can see there is a circulating pump here. So the pump will continuously passing the abrasive slurry between the gap of tool and the workpiece. The diamond shaped the abrasive grains used may be boron carbide, silicon carbide and diamond dust of 1000 to 2000 mesh size with a 30% of water. So these particles have high cutting action and is applied to the tool tip to fill the space between workpiece and the tool tip. So an abrasive slurry which consists of an abrasive particles such as boron carbide, silicon carbide and diamond dust of sizes 100, 1000 to 2000 mesh with 30% of water is continuously circulating between the gap maintained between the tool and the workpiece uh, to cause the cutting action. So energy of the vibration is transferred by the tool tip to the abrasive particle. So the energy of the vibration produced by the transducer is transferred by the uh, uh, tool tip to the abrasive particle, which is in turn hit the workpiece to be machined with an impact grinding action. So the cutting occurs directly under the tool tip. So you can see here the cutting occurs directly under the below the tool tip, so that the workpiece, the final finished workpiece produced is similar to the exact shape of the tool tip. The hole produced will have the exact shape of the tool tip. So whatever the tool tip having which kind of form it is having, the same shape will be produced in the workpiece. The tool tip may be made up of steel or brass, hence it is very easy to make the tool of desired cross section. So whatever the requirement of the workpiece, the same kind of tool is produced by means of using the materials such as steel and brass, which is very easy to form the desired cross section on this material. So the abrasive slurry is circulated continuously by means of pump and the cooling system. So the abrasive particles, because of the high vibration and hammering action, will increases its temperature. So in order to decrease this temperature, a cooling system is also used in abrasive slurry system mechanism. So it will reduces the cutting tool to a temperature of 5 to 6 degrees centigrade. It will maintain the slurry to a temperature of 5 to 6 degrees temperature, 6 degrees centigrade. The slurry should be replaced periodically. So after some usage, the slurry should be replaced periodically with the new one to have good cutting action. In this operation, the dimensional accuracy up to 0.005 millimeter can be obtained, and the surface finish ranging from 0.1 to 0.125 microns can be achieved by means of ultrasonic machining. So the merits and advantages or disadvantages of ultrasonic machining. The merits or advantages are: the workpiece after machining is free from any residual stress. So as you know that in case of conventional machining, there is a direct physical contact between the tool and the workpiece. So the residual stress is formed in case of a workpiece, but in case of USM, there is no residual stress formation. So no distortion of workpiece. Extremely hard and brittle machine can be machined. So extremely hard and brittle metals which are difficult to machine in unconventional machining process. In the case of conventional machining process such as lathe, milling machine can be easily machined in ultrasonic machining. No metallic metals can be machined. Non-metallic also. There is no need of there is any metallic components. So any kind of metals can be machined in case of ultrasonic machining. The some kind of non-conventional machining requires only metallic component, but in case of ultrasonic machining, we can machine both metallic and non-metallic metals. Thin sheets can be machined. Very good dimensional accuracy and surface finish can be obtained. Operation cost is low. The process is environmental friendly. There is no any chemical formation during this process, so that will be environmental friendly, and it is noiseless without any chemical reaction and heating. The demerits or disadvantages of ultrasonic machining. The MRR, the material removal rate, is very low, cannot be used for large machining cavities. It cannot be used for a large machining, it is limited to small machining process. Initial cost and the cost of tool is very high. The initial cost of this machine and the tool cost is very high. Frequent tool replacement is required as tool wear takes place in operation. So tool wear in case of ultrasonic machining compared to other machining process, non-conventional machine, is more. So the tool should be replaced after some operations. Not recommended for soft and ductile materials due to their ductility. So it is not recommended for soft and ductile material, the ultrasonic machining. Power consumption is high, suitable for small workpieces only. Slurry has to be replaced frequently. So these are the demerits of USM. Next, the application. The ultrasonic machining is best suitable for materials that are hard and brittle, such as ceramics, carbides, precious stones, titanium, and hardened steel. It is used for tool, punch, and die making. It is widely used for several machining operations like turning, grinding, uh, trepanning, and milling. It can be it can make hole of round and other shape. The process is useful to produce holes of 0.3 millimeter and large holes of few millimeter in size. So thank you for watching this session.